Hello, my lovelies. Today I was a bit discombobulated and I wondered how I could combobulate. Then I realised it's sort of the process I go through when I start every new project. So I finish up a project, I get to a part where I'm either waiting for glazing or I'm middle of editing or something, but there's this in-between phase between this project and the next one. And I find it a little challenging to sort of get going on it. A few tricks I do is tidy the studio, rearrange the studio. Well, I've done that so many times in the last year. It's spotlessly clean and has been rearranged so many times I can't actually find anything anymore. It's all color coordinated and alphabetized. Anywho, then I realized the other piece I used to do and I've stopped doing, why I do not know, is to actually be my own client. So as a registered art therapist, when we're working with clients, we have these grounding activities to get folks started, to tap into where their emotions sit in their body, what's going on for them, and so on and so forth, so that they're able to create in a specific length of time during a session at a specific time during their appointment. So, which is challenging to say the least for us spontaneously creative folk. So I thought that's what I should show you what I'm up to today. So to get started on my next project, I looked around my space and just noticed what caught my eye, and here are a few things. So obviously a good cup of tea always catches my eye, and so that's my comfort, my safety, my it's the most consistent thing in my entire life since I was a toddler and had tea in my bottle. So there's that. But also this little poppy thing I was just given, and I guess it's for holding my phone and such, but I don't use it for that. But I have to say I do enjoy the little poppy part. And I realised, yes, that sort of taps in, speaks a little bit about my anxiety. And even though life is fabulous right now, my health is great, everything's great, my nervous system is still wondering what's next, especially in today's climate, etc., etc. And so there's times where I'm wondering about the kiln firing, how I'm going to get things to a kiln, what I'm going to do next, what I will do with all these creations, and so on and so forth. So is this sort of like a little reminder of anxiety, anticipation, uncertainty is ever present for me, but it's just a few pops away sometimes. Then I had this little badge I've had for the longest time, and when you turn it over, it's a little mirror. And so recognizing that reflection and bringing that self back into play, I want to make sure I remain who I am as I embark on this, re-embark on this lovely journey of clay, and looking at identity as our titles provide us: registered art therapist, sculptor, artist, YouTube maker, whatever it is. But that reflection caught my mind. And of course, my new logo, etc. And that Handy Happy made me this lovely badge. And I love the strong magnet on it. It talks about our attachment to each other and how he's always attached to projects that I get involved in. Even if he'd rather I chose different projects, he's always been supportive. So they're the things that caught my eye in my studio today. But then I have these little angel cards, I think that's what they're called. I've had them for years and years and years, and the box was out of reach but open, so I just leaned over and picked any random card. And this one here is what I randomly chose. So sometimes I will invite a client to choose a card if they're stuck on where to start, what they want to focus on, and see if it resonates with them or not. And even if it doesn't, that's a topic for conversation. So rhythm, for example, that rhythm of life for me, and that time to celebrate my heartbeat and the rhythm of life is important, even though I'm not musically inclined at all. And you'll know that from my drum video if you watched it. But still there's that other rhythm. And this line that caught me today was, do not let disharmony interrupt your rhythm and flow. And so it's about that disharmony for me and how can I have it not interrupt. So there are a few things that sort of tapped into me today, what I saw, what I chose, and then it wasn't about getting any art supplies ready. This is just printer paper I grabbed out the printer, and here's a rather grubby looking little bag of oil pastels that I hadn't actually put away from probably working with a client a while back. So I grabbed those. Now, when I start to sketch out my thoughts and feelings, it's important that I do a body scan. So taking a deep breath in and reflecting on where is tension, where is there not tension, where are those emotions sitting? And remember, emotions can be happy ones too. They're not just this deep, terrible darkness. There's bright, there's light, there's joy, there's happiness, excitement, and so on. And I find emotions are always a combination of these words that we use as solo emotions, when happy is a multitude of feelings, for example. But I'm not looking to sketch an idea of the vessel I want to create that represents how I feel in this discombobulated way. It's more about making marks, whether my hand chose a color, and if my dominant hand chose a color, what would my non-dominant hand choose? Does it agree that brown is the color of choice? My head is saying, ugh, but my hands are saying, yes, actually, this is good. And if I'm worried about making a shape that makes sense, especially on camera, then passing that mark making tool to my non-dominant hand and just start moving, even when I'm not looking at the page, even when I'm looking at the camera or looking out the window. And as I'm talking, I'm just making these marks. So it may not look very much at all, and others would call it a scribble, but it's still this action that my body's had, this repetitive movement, this energy coming from within my body out through my hands and leaving a mark behind. Does it mean I'll continue on with this and make it into something? Not necessarily. It might mean that I crunch it up and feel that crunch in my hands and open it back up and see if it changes at all. And I'm just looking at this and thinking how it could even become a vessel that represents what I'm feeling. And that pressure scrunching the paper is actually feeling very good. Now, I could make sculptures of any shape and size, but I'm still feeling drawn to vessels and that containment of emotions to express themselves. So for me, I now have a starting point for the next project I want to do. For me, it's how do I sculpt emotions? How do I stay on track and sculpt what feels right as opposed to what I think might sell or might get exhibited and so on and so forth, is reminding myself is to walk the talk. As a registered art therapist, we have grounding activities and there are numerous. Using a couple today, what catches my eye? What items? What card, what word resonates or doesn't? And then what simple supplies to make marks. Taking it and scrunching it into shape. Will my final project look like this? I don't know. But now I have a bit more channeled energy of what I would like to create. It's like I've taken that discombobulation, brought it from my core, and now I can have a look at it and dialogue with it. What does it have to say to me? What do I like about it? What are the lessons? What am I going to do with it next? So let's see what happens next. For now though, I can't let my cup of tea go cold. We'll learn more about how to sculpt your emotion as time goes on. So follow along and see where my discombobulation changes, and maybe it'll be combobulated. Cheers. Cheryl-Ann Webster. I Sculpt Emotions.